Anyway, Packie married a bad tempered woman. Yeah, she was dead. And along the loch, there's a lot of houses built with loch stone. Loch stone is, they call it a weeping stone. You never could keep the house dry. Anyway, I knew Packie myself. Packie got bad kid and he's running to the toilet. I was in with him one day and I says, Packie, do you ever go to a doctor? I says, never bother them boys, he says. I says, you know, it could be the prostate gland. Do you think so, Sean? Says he. Well, I says, I'll pick you up tomorrow morning and see. I goes up and I gives the extra cogs Packie in anyway, into the thing anyway. Doctor says, well, Mr. Devon, I haven't seen you here this way, what would be the matter? Well, he says, Doctor, I don't know now. He says, but the cub here thinks it could be the prostate gland. So he says you're running often, very often. Are you still living in the same old wet house you were in 10 years ago, still in it? Well, what about Kate? Does she run off into the toilet? Well, wait, I tell you something now, Doctor. If our Kate could hold her tongue as well as she can hold her water, he says there'll be less rows in our house. Well, anyway, whatever happened, there come one cub. One cub. There had about 20 acres of land and the cub come up to quitting school, you see, and they would have loved the cub would have to go with a bit of farming. But they didn't want to influence the cub in one way or another. The cub said he was going to Lockery College. It's an agricultural college outside Cookstown. So they let him. Where he went anyway, learned different things, got these degrees from there, and he shifted to another place and entered him the called Greenman. Also a very shrewd place for learning cubs how to farm. Shows you how to shear sheep and stuff and how to set a clock on hand. Now, do you see a clock on hand? A clock on hand, you need to know what you're at. Man in our country one time, he had a clock on hand set. But Jesus, you sit on it today and should raise for 2 days. So he went to the neighbouring man and he asked him, could you give me, how can I get the clock on hand to set? Well, he says, give you that hen a wee drop of whiskey and a water until it. He says, for Jesus' sake, if somebody gave me whiskey, I'd sit in the bloody eggs myself. Well, this cub learned a lot of things and got all his degrees at Greenman. Comes home with a pile of papers and made little. Mother and father was there and they made him the tea and when they got the tea top and, well, son, what are you going to do in life now? He says, Dad, now that I've got all, I'm going to farm the bit of land for you. Well, that's what they wanted from the outset. They were both of them were delighted. He says, well, what I tell you, John, now what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to Cookstown now, son, and I'm going to buy you a brand new tractor. Goes to Cookstown. Cub was delighted. He stays at home. The old boy goes to Cookstown anyway, goes into the bank. He says, Mr. Manager, I would need a lot of shillings for to buy a new tractor. Oh, says the manager, you're a farmer. Aye, that's right. 20, and the cub has got the best results in Greenman College. We're going to have some farm, I'm telling you. Oh, he says, farm's in a bad way, sir. He says, couldn't give you no money for a tractor. Go. He says, could you give a lot of shillings, he says, for a new job? Oh, says the manager, not that soft. I give you the money for a new car, you'll go and buy a new tractor, and there's no money in for it. I tell you, sir, he says, a farmer at the minute, he says, I wouldn't give him the price of a bicycle. The old boy comes home, oh, very, very disappointed, face on him as long as a wet saturday. Comes home, and the cub was waiting on the street, and the cub didn't have to ask him, he knew the answer. It was silence. Goes in and gets a drop of tea, and no tractor, son. Farming's in a bad way, you may go and look work, son. I even looked money for a new car, they wouldn't give them. I'll tell you, son, they couldn't give a farmer at the minute the price of a bicycle. Cub was all disappointed. He sticks the 2 hands down into the pockets and walks out through the back door and away up the bit of a farmyard. And behind the duffel, there was a rooster treading a hen. Now, for any of you people doesn't know what that means, that's a rooster having an affair with a hen. Now, to have this affair, the rooster is actually, you'd think the rooster was getting a lift on the hen's back. He's 2 feet on his back, and a hurt of him by the back of the neck. Now, we had a rooster one time at home, a young rooster, and a lot of hens. Well, he was a glutton for punishment because he'd 2 big feet on him like that. Now, he had been treading the hen, he said. And he had the best balance ever I seen, that rooster. He was able to keep 1 foot on this hen's back and catch another. I counted them one day, that rooster treaded 7 hens before his 2 feet hit the ground. That night I had to lift him onto the roost. But anyway, the cub comes behind the duck hole. And he sees this rooster treading hen, and he looks at the rooster, and he draws his shoe. And he puts that rooster, I guarantee you, 20 yards into this jail. He says, go to hell, you blighted you, if I have to walk it through to you.